Well, if it isn't Yamina on her very cool horse. I was thinking about calling this horse Chestnut, but I was also thinking maybe we should name him something a little bit different. Actually, I don't know if it's a boy or a girl, and I don't think you can tell in the model because I don't think they modeled in a genital, which is probably good. They probably don't you really don't really want it. Hey Matt, you know what you need to do today on the model? Oh, what's that? I'm gonna need you to model the genitals. Yeah, I probably don't need to do that. But I'm thinking it's a boy. I don't know why. Just for some reason, just looking at it, it's a boy to me. Um, but you know what? Why don't we name him Nanak? Yeah, Nanak. After Guru Nanak. Guru Nanak's one of my favorite gurus. You know, he was like going around telling everybody, hey man, there's no Hindu, there is no Muslim. You know, they're just people, man. People, dude. But yeah, I've been having a great time. And I've been running around over here. And actually, after I finished my last video, I ran around and I killed Yetis for a while until I leveled up to level 22. And also, I wanted to show you this guy. Check out this cool rune priest. Look at him. Isn't he neat looking? He's got like this like really cool beard with these nice braids in it. And it's like blonde and stuff. You know, and he's also got like this really cool like I want to call it a scarf, but I don't think it's a scarf. I'm not sure what you call that, but you know, like the thing that goes around the neck and back there. It's like the blue and golden. I think that looks really cool. And I like the little boar on his end. I like to imagine the doors are so inventive that he could put like a steam rune on there and it could like blow a little steam out of its nose and go shh. And then you know you have a boar doing that. You know what would be really cool is if we had dwarves in the real world and they made miniatures, I bet you they would make like the bestest miniatures you've ever seen. You know what I mean? Oh man. You know what would be really cool actually? And I keep thinking about this. Ooh. Wait, I want to tell this person. Is a nice color. Oops. Color. Do 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 do. I really do like that like kind of spring green color. You know, one of my favorite areas in the Empire was always like Stryland. I always kind of liked the green and yellow together. I thought it looked pretty good, but at the same time I never wanted to paint it because anytime I tried to paint something like that, it always looked kind of I always made it mess up and look kind of like snot. But you know, and I was like, I don't want to make it. I don't want to make my troops look like they're running around in snot, man. That doesn't feel like it's fair to them. But you know, green is one of my favorite colors. I was kind of considering dyeing some of this, you know, because I kind of wanted to dye it into Everland colors, because Everland is my favorite province. I always really like the whole thing about them being like a little bit superstitious, but they also have like the nice leather works, and then they have the nice cows, and it's like they can make nice wine, but they also make the cheap wine so that you know the homeless type people and the hobos can get drunk. Because you know you gotta let the hobos get drunk. Why wouldn't you let the hobos get drunk? I mean, you probably shouldn't let them get drunk just because you know drinking too much can be bad for them. But but isn't that the guy who was supposed? Oh, I gotta get the tainted grain first. Yeah, okay, wait. So where's the tainted grain samples? Oh, like everything's back up there. Okay. We'll go do the quest in order. But yeah, it is kind of interesting because I think they did a lot of. I think it's Tabakaland, Tabekaland, Talala, the place that's worshiping Tal, the big mighty nature god with his big mighty nature beard. I like to imagine it's like just a bunch of vines like braided together and then dyed white because he wants to look aged and cool. Because I mean, why wouldn't you want to look aged and cool? You know, look at the little hobblars. Those guys are cute. You know, I wonder if you could take a goblin, like a Noblar, and if you like raised it well and like fed it well and stuff like that, would it be a good friend? I like to think so. I like to think you can make good friends out of anything. You know what else I was thinking? And this is maybe just my mind going to random places. But you know, if dwarves made miniatures, that'd be so cool. They could make a beautiful miniature of Yamina. Actually, I was thinking about this. You can get like if you go on like places like Fiverr and stuff like that, you can go and like have people make like custom minis for you. I kind of want to go and get like a custom mini made of like Yamina and Khadija and like all the other members of the family because I think that would be really cool. Hello, Plagued Farmer. I see that you're evil for some reason. That's unfortunate. Don't worry. I will help you with that. Oh, I should probably put on my things. One little bit of aura. Two little bit of aura. And then we need a 3. So we can have the gravy train. There we go. Neato. It is unfortunate that these people have suffered the plague, but don't worry, we'll kill them. They'll reincarnate as something hopefully better. Maybe a mouse. Mouse are fun. Ooh, our slime mold. You guys ever like go watch slime molds? Like they do this thing that's really neat that you can like have them solve mazes and stuff like that. It's just a reminder that we should always appreciate all the little. Oops, this is my different build, so I can't just spam one when I just want to attack. Gotta remember that. Okay. But yeah, you can do like all these interesting things with like. Ooh. Oh, hey, maybe I should make a Great Wizard. I made one of those. Alrighty, Rooney, I'm back. Somebody came over here and they said, hey, I want a hug and stuff. So I gave them a hug and then we ended up talking and then we ended up doing, oh, hello. You look terrified. Oh, that's why you're terrified. Okay. Don't worry. I'm a lady of the realms. There, now you don't have to be terrified. Yeah, now you can box. Oh, well, okay, never mind. We'll go back to being terrified. But you know, recently I got my taxi returns because I'm a good cat and I do my taxes. Even though the government is evil, but I do my taxes. And I got some money back. And I was thinking, wouldn't it be really cool if I could get like some custom STL files made of like Yamina and her family? I would really like to have one of Yamina and Khadija and Grazia. Yeah. And then I could have some lore figures. You know, I recently decided that I wasn't going to buy any more GW products. Because, you know, I'd heard a lot of the stuff about them not being like the greatest company and stuff. I already kind of knew that. I knew they didn't make the greatest game systems, but somebody kind of talked to me about it in a way that portrayed it as very particularly anti-capitalist, and I was like, you know what? That's actually a good point. So I'm just gonna buy STL files, and honestly, I like the STL files more because ooh, I got some skin. Ew. I'm gonna put that in a jar and grow a person. But you know, they were talking about how they treat their employees, they don't credit people, etc. But then I was like, oh yeah. So then I looked at their models, and you know, I really like the Empire of Man and cool Yamina, who is in the Empire. So I was like, okay, let's look at their Empire figures. And their Empire figures don't really look that great. I think I found a lot of STLs and historical minis that look a lot better. So I'm just going to go ahead and use those instead. And oh boy, I gotta tell you, I can get a lot of miniatures for way cheaper, you know? Isn't that neat? I like being neat and having miniatures. And I'm also gonna throw in some Araby stuff because I always like learning about Araby and things like that. I'm gonna throw in some dwarves, just because why not have some dwarves in there? And, you know, maybe we'll also throw in some elves, because, you know, I always like having the big old triumvirate alliance of, like, elves, dwarves, and humans together. I really like that, and I also think it's funny, because then it would be, like, some high elf and some dwarf are looking on going, this is terrible, how can you work together with them? And then the dwarf goes, I agree, how could you work with them? And then it's just like a dwarf and an elf like sitting down having a cup of tea together, and they're just like, nice weather today. Yeah. And then they just keep sipping their tea. Oh, Lord. You know what I mean? I gotta tell you, a really nice cup of like warm herbal tea, like especially like late in the evening, it's always very nice. Especially if you're getting ready to go to bed or something like that. You just get a little sip of that tea and you're just like in like Flynn, you know what I mean, man? Plagued farmer. These plagued farmers aren't in like Flynn. They're more in like Sven. Sven the Cavalite. Ooh, thank you for the tainted grain. Ooh, thank you for the tainted grain. Why are you all just carrying tainted grain on you? Do you just like have big bushels of grain in your pockets? I mean, I guess you could. But yeah, I don't know. I just thought that was pretty cool. And the idea of like getting like custom STL files made of like Yamina and her family was really piquing my interest, but I was looking at it and it looks like it could cost a couple $100 to altogether to get like, well, more than a couple hundred actually. I think I saw somebody who was willing to make custom STL files for like 50 bucks. But if you wanted them detailed, it was like if you wanted like really detailed models, it would be a little bit more. So I don't know. Maybe I should just learn how to do like 3D modeling myself, and then I can, you know, start making my own models. Because another thing I've always wanted is like female Empire soldiers. I wanted like to get more like just state troopers that were female and stuff like that. I just added a little bit of diversity to it because I like that sort of thing. You know, man, you know, homie G, as the kids say. I think. Do the kids say that? I don't know. I'm a cat. I don't know what the kids say. I just walk up to the kids and they say, "Oh, a kitty," and they pet me, and I go meow. And then I walk up to the adults and they go, "Oh, a cat, meow," and they pet me. Lots of people pet me, really. It's a good thing that I am hypoallergenic because I made of marshmallow. But, you know, I think it would be really cool if I could make some custom like female models. The only thing is like learning how to do like Unity or any of these other things that you use to make STL files. It looks like it's a little bit more difficult than I would think it would be. But if I could manage to do that, that would be really neat. And then I could also make some cat people. Ooh, just short play cards. I'm gonna smack, whack, and smickety smack. Smack, 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 stickety zack. Wait. Are there just no enemies? Is it just a time thing, I guess? Okay. That's interesting. Smack, 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 stickety thwack. You know, I could also make like some cat girl Empire soldiers and some cat people and some rat folk. And the people will be like, "Oh no, escape!" And then they'd be like, "No, no, we're just rat folk." They're like, "Oh, okay, I'm sorry, my mistake." And then you'd go up to them and they would be very nice and they would like cheese it among other things. But then they would also say, "Hey, don't just peg me in as liking cheese, man. That's a stereotype." And then we would go, "I'm sorry, I did not mean to oppress you with stereotypes. I didn't mean it, dog, my dude." And then I could make like some models where they like fist bump. Oh, dude, that would be really cool. Oh, dude, I should make some models where like the Tau and like Tau and Space Marines are like fist bumping and things like that. Oh man, I have so many plans. But yeah, I don't know. I really like the idea. You know, the cool thing about like one-page rules, because I have been playing Warhammer Armies projects stuff for a while now. The cool thing about that is that you can actually combine the armies, and there's not really any rules against that. So I can just like combine elves and humans and dwarves together and have it be a thing, and that's pretty cool. I think it's because they don't have a ton of special rules, so they're just like slightly different units, and it's more balanced that way. I think that's why, but I think it's going to be a lot of fun because I want to do that. I want to be able to combine my boys together and have them all be cool and things. And the only thing that's kind of bad about not wanting to buy GW products, because I'm making a stand. And by the way, I'm just gonna say that the main reason is like it makes me feel better. I'm not gonna pretend that it's actually doing something major to change the market. It just makes me feel a little bit better. It's kind of like how I recently decided to stop eating chocolate because it's like, yeah, there are ethically sourced bits of chocolate, but a lot of it is like bad slave labor stuff. And once again, it's not like you buying it directly influences that market. Really, it's not like you're the one holding it up. But I just decided, because I'm always trying to get closer to Ma Kali and always trying to be holy and things like that, or as holy as I can be, it seemed to make sense to kind of drop those things away. And instead, I would just eat fruit now if I want something sweet. But yeah, the only thing that sucks about that is like GW still makes the best looking Tau miniatures. I haven't seen too many people that make Tau miniatures that look quite as nice as like the Fire Warriors from GW. I still have like one box of Fire Warriors from GW, and I have a couple of Space Marine boxes that I'm going to keep just because I like my Space Marine boys. I think they look cool, and my Space Marines are very cool and nice, and taking care of their people. Row, fight the power. Row, fight the power. This is a really weird public quest. I'm kind of surprised that there's like no enemies at all. I mean, I'm okay with that just because it's easy, but I mean, kind of weird. This one's floating in the air. Evil playing cards. Full of juice. Okay. Disvark Bilewind. It just looks like a lady. But I guess it's an evil lady. So here, let us stop the lady. Hello. I see that you were up here doing what they call no good. So please and thank you, stop. Cool. What's she drop? Unlit torch. Well, alright then. Ooh, I like that. I like this tower. I wish they didn't hang skeletons from it, unless they named the skeletons. I like that skeleton. His name is Pete. Hello, Pete. Hi. But you know what we should do? Maybe I can make like some Tau similar STLs that can look cool, but won't be, oh, this is actually better. Oh, mine's a lower level than I thought it was, that's why. Okay, let's see. Doesn't look different at all. Okay, that's fine though. Because I also want to make some Space Marines that have like girly bits, because I always like the idea of female Space Marines, even though that always seems to perturb certain people. Tarnished amulet. Find edible leather. Oh. I'm surprised they only gave me a lesser loot bag, but I guess it's also because like that one's like really easy. Man. Mr. Troll, I'm afraid I'm gonna have to punish you for killing beasties. Although maybe he was just hungry. Were you just hungry? I'm sorry. Like, the cool thing about STL files too is that you can get really creative with them. I really like the idea of creating like a multi racial or species army. Let's see here. So, kill the bats. Oh, there's a big bat. It's a shrieker. Oh no, that's the one I need to kill. I'm not gonna kill this bat needlessly and kill this other bat needlessly. Come on, get with the program, man. But yeah, I don't know. I think it would be cool to have some stuff of like the actual like characters I've created and things like that. I'm working on a story right now for the related to the family and Grazia and Khadija. And it's in like a Warhammer adjacent type setting because I didn't really want to write something that is exactly like Warhammer. I was kind of like coming up with my own thing that was very similar to Warhammer. You know, took some ideas from Warhammer and took some ideas from other things and mixed them together to make something kind of neat and new. At least that was my intention. What is this? Oh. Scout? Okay, I'm here. Hello, I heard they call you Skull Crusher. Don't worry, you can't crush my skull. It's rubber and full of jelly. When they say scout, what do they mean? Oh, find the body. Find the scout guy. Okay. Hello, Mr. Scout. Yeah, I don't know. I think that would be pretty cool. And you know, I guess there's Hero Forge where you can kind of make your own custom mini, but like, or your own custom figure, but those don't always look the bestest. I mean, they look all right. Just like, I want something that looks a little bit better, you know, like something that looks a little bit more like Yamina, big badass with sword. Although I do think I kind of want to make Yamina like I might switch over. Oh, I think I see the guy's body right over there. I think I want to switch over to like sword and shield because apparently that's a better build for. Oh, hi. Did you just come out of his body there? What happened there exactly? Cool. Thank you for that. It's weird that I can't butcher the trolls. I guess they're like more like people like, so it's like more of a salvagey type situation. Because a tarnished amulet. Nope. Okay, head to the field. Oh. So I gotta go find that one special guy. He's wearing a different outfit. That's how you know he's special. There's something very funny to me about like the amount of people in Warhammer where like it seems like the only reason they have like a special station or anything like that is because they have a big hat. But I mean, to be fair, if it's a nice hat, you know. But yeah. I'm really looking forward to like kind of making more stuff like this. And you know, Warhammer Fantasy has really inspired me to like, you know, kind of make my own setting that's similar and has some of the similar vibes to it, but without you know, you can kind of go in different ways on certain things. Oh, this troll has here. Oh, it's a river troll. Oh, that's cool. Oh, I didn't think you were going to be close enough to fight me, but okay. But you know, man, river trolls are cool. River trolls are always kind of my favorite ones. I don't know why, just something about them there. I always thought that they were fun. They look funny. Well, that's neat. I like river trolls. And I like those old models they had where they had like the fish in hand and stuff like that. Those were fun. I wonder if you can still get those. But yeah, I'm not really gonna buy any more GW stuff. The only other thing that sucks is like I really like the GW Tau and the GW what you call it, Space Marines. I think that those both look good. And I see stuff that's similar to Space Marines, but don't have quite the same vibe, or they look a little off. I don't know. I'm sure I could find some if I look hard enough that I liked. Because not that there's none out there. It's just I see a lot that just look a little bit too. Like I don't know. They don't have the exact vibe I want. I guess it would be cool if there was more like Middle Eastern or Asian like aesthetic ones. I've seen some that are like very Japanesey. Japanesey? Is that word you would use for that? I don't know. But I do like Japanese theme stuff. But I tend to prefer like Korean and Chinese, like armor and things like that. Or I just think it's an interesting. Samurai occasionally capture my interest in things like oh, thank you. So now I just need to kill a bunch of you guys. Okay. Wait, wouldn't all things are hollow because that's what makes them things. They have the little things so that they can inject. Oh, okay, never mind. It's fine. It's fine. Those mouths are weird. But yeah. You know, I think it could be cool. Ooh, I could also make my own spider goblins. I mean, that's the cool thing about STLs, and if you're creative, you can make all kinds of weird things. Maybe I could make a Noblar spider rider, but this Noblar on a crab. Crab. I like crabs. Crabs are neat. Like, if you ever just, like, watch, like, marine biology videos, like, I feel like crabs are really interesting type creatures. You know what I mean? Jimmy Dean? Mmm. Now I want to produce crab type content. Can I produce? I think I can. You know what? You know what? I will produce crab type content. I will find a way to start creating crabs. I will go into ooh fleshy mandibles. Ooh, crack segmented leg. Oh, I think I have too much stuff on me. Yeah, I do. Okay, I gotta go to a market and sell some of this junk. Well, it's not all junk. Some of it is just stuff I need to send to like my other characters. It's part of the reason I'm holding on to it. Like I have some stuff for um Shadow Warriors and other stuff like that. Shadow Warriors are really cool, by the way. They look neat. I just realized I got rid of them in my because I sold off a bunch of Age of Sigmar stuff and I got rid of the ones I had. Maybe I can find some STLs of those too. Oh, I bet you I can. Oh man, those would be so cool. Ah, I love cool pictures. The cat loves plastic. I guess this would be resin. Ooh, resin. But yeah, that's one of the cool things is that Warhammer has inspired me to do all kinds of neat little side projects and things like that that I really love. And I'm really having fun and like, you know, writing Yamina here, this big badass lady with a cool sun on her chest. You know, it's just great. I hope you all get inspired to do your own projects and you're all inspired to have fun out there and have a great day. And I hope that you're all getting hugs and stuff. And if you need a hug, don't worry, I'll send you one in the electronic mail and it'll say, you got mail. And then you'll click it open and then I'll be there. And then you can give you a fluffy hug to me. Okay, so I hope you all have a great day. Bye bye.